Welcome back, everyone. We are ASM. We're running Games Fast for charity, and I'm Alicat, and I'm here with Nicosar.
Hello. All right, well, I think we're just going to get straight into it. So This is P.N.03. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be able to run this last year. I'm doing it again with perhaps a few new tricks. So, are you ready for a count-in? Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. So I actually do play this game now as of a week ago. So I'm doing the commentary as well, which I was planning to step out for Fantasy Zone, but we're a bit behind. So
Pitchy is out here sulking. He's not happy.
My voice might. We'll see how we go. But yeah, PN3. It was one of the Capcom 5, and it is the only one that hasn't left the GameCube for reasons. I mean, like, it's a game that was built on a very short timescale.
It's the god hand of the GameCube.
We do see, so this game, like you're controlling Vanessa. She has tank controls, however. So, like, you know, when you pull and push the stick in various directions, you know, she is a little bit, some would say clunky, you know, and the objective of this game is we'll often find rooms with robots in them that we'll need to destroy. So there's a difference between the ones where we can progress through the room without having to destroy everything, and the ones where we do. And we're going to do our best to get through these while getting good combos and not taking damage. I was meant to be doing a lot of talking for this run, but my voice is starting to wear out, so I might also ask Nico to do his own commentary a little bit.
Of course, of course. So we have just entered the first room that you're forced to fight through. The door is locked and it won't open until you've blown up all the enemies, and that was just a message from our client, helpfully telling us something that was pretty obvious. Unfortunately, I have just taken some damage there, and oh well, we'll see how we go here. Our routing might need to be adjusted a little, but that's okay.
Yeah, so when we're playing here, we're trying to route for points, and we're trying to also like route. We don't want to get hit, but when you get your combos here, so you can see a counter in the top right of the screen right now. So when you get multiple enemies within a single combo, you get a multiplier on your point score, and as the combo gets bigger, it is a significantly larger bonus. We also get given bonuses for in each room for not taking damage, and at the end of each mission, you'll get an extra bonus for how well the game thinks you did throughout. And one thing we did find out about Mission 1 was if you do take any damage in the starting, in the combat rooms, so we're only concerned about the rooms where combat does occur, your bonus at the end is reduced by 10,000. Points are going to be relevant because we do want to buy upgrades, so it's a little bit like Fantasy Zone, like we just saw. We're scraping for points.
Yes,
and
points just are currency in this game.
Yeah, and
Fantasy Zone, the story has some twists and turns as well.
yes, there is some plot in this game. Like, it has an amount of plot in it. Yeah, so we are, you know, gonna hopefully get the points we need, and then maybe we'll find some plot. We'll see. So I mean, you're seeing Nico run through these rooms and like just get to the other side. Like for rooms where they're not locked, we do not need to engage in combat. And like for a long time watching him play this game, I thought, oh yeah, you just run through the rooms. But there is actually a little bit of a maze element here. You have to be picking the correct doors. Luckily, we know which doors are the ones that we want to go through. So we're not going to explore anywhere that we don't need to. And the other thing is, yeah, as we come through here, we talked a bit about the rooms with combat and without combat. You know, there's a little bit of time loss if you get hit in the rooms that we're not clearing, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be a penalty. Like, if you take damage in a room that you're not going to clear, it doesn't seem to affect your scores for the purpose of our routing. So we're going to get to the end of Mission 1, and we're going to have our first boss fight.
Sort of.
Sort of. So Vanessa's going to fire off 1, and a second shot, and even though that health bar at the bottom had stuff in it, the client's like, oh, no, you're not ready for this. I'm going to pull you out. So, like, okay. And Vanessa and the client have a little bit of a sassy sort of back and forth throughout the game.
We're not going to see any of it, but it's there.
Yeah. Cool. So into mission 2, we just upgraded the palm shot. The palm shot is the main weapon that we're seeing Vanessa use, you know, just coming out of her hands. And doing that will just let us kill some of the enemies in a, like, one less hit, really.
Usually.
Yeah. The thing that we haven't pointed out is that those palm shots are not hit scan. So, like, as Vanessa's shooting, Nico can save a little bit of time. If he's shot off the correct number of shots to finish off that enemy, he can then get moving again, because the shots will eventually arrive at their target.
Now, if you're familiar with Resident Evil 4, the laser hallway should probably be making a lot more sense around now.
Yes, we do have quite a few comments in the chat of liking the soundtrack and you know, the dub and bass soundtrack, and there are some tracks here that there's a little bit of reuse.
Yeah, some of them have pop up in Resident Evil 4 Mercenaries mode.
Alright, laser room.
Yeah, we're not done with lasers yet.
So there's these break rooms where there are usually no enemies. Oh, we're gonna take it. Oh!
Too eager.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, 2 donations?
Oh, boy.
Those lasers, normally, if you just pause a little bit for the normal amount of time it takes to get through that room, the last laser will deactivate, and then you can take a jump and then land safely. But unfortunately, like, we just messed up the cycles, like, doubly, so it's not taking any damage here. It's good.
It's good.
And we've got one more enemy. So you can see the orange doors, that they represent the rooms that we do need to clear. So when we see one of those, or, I mean, we know in this case that we need to get rid of them all. So that's fun.
Yeah, Capcom used up their cool hands blocking the doors budget with Devil May Cry.
Oh yes, and so some other things about this run, I guess, in terms of I'm just trying to think that has changed since last year.
Ali's done a bunch of research that I was too lazy to.
What was I going to talk about first? Let's see. I'm just looking at the chat for what reminded me of this. Well, we'll find out when we get there, I think. We will get there. So yeah, the game, you know, did come out quite a while ago. So it's, and I think people back in the day did enjoy playing this for high scores. Playing this, because you can actually, like, the main game, there's not a lot of meat to it. So the reward is really in tying together these movements. You can't move while shooting. You know, you can't. You know, everything is quite a deliberate action. So yeah, when you nail it, it's really good. And when you don't have to fight the GameCube D-pad, it's even better.
That one will probably claim at least one execution before this run is finished.
That's a great run through there. So did you get all the no damage clears?
I think so.
Yeah.
That was a professional rating for mission 2.
Yeah.
I think the only professional rating we'll see in the course of the run.
We'll see. You might. Oh, you may get.
No, like,
yeah,
even in perfect routing, you just don't get.
4.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, a little bit of routing change. I think last year we took the Blazer at the start of this mission.
No, we didn't touch the Blazer at all last year until we got to mission 4.
All right.
So
yeah.
we'll have that.
So yes, what we're talking about is the suits that Vanessa wears. So at the moment she is wearing the Fusion.
Prima Fusion.
And Prima is like, it's one of the starty ones. There's 3 levels of suits, and we're going to engage with hopefully 2 levels if our routing is good. So both the Primas and the Interas. But, you know, if routing doesn't go so well, we'll get the whole thing done with 2 of the suits, the Prima Fusion and the, hang on, let's get this guy.
A little clumsy there.
Yeah, and the Prima Blazer.
Prima Blazer.
And they sort of have more, like, defensive or offensive loadouts in terms of how they can be upgraded, right?
Yes. So the Fusion is meant to be the balanced suit. Generally speaking, it has the best energy capacity. And it's like, it's runner-up in all the other categories. Like, it's got a bit of defense, it's got a bit of power. but it won't
Let's
win
not get
in any
shot
of
in the
those
back
things.
by
Yeah.
these guys. Oh,
Oh, no,
we
there
got
goes
shot
the
in
no
back.
damage clear. That's okay. We'll
Should be
at
okay.
least still get
Yeah.
a big combo.
You got the no damage clear for last
Oh,
mission,
okay.
so...
Yeah.
Okay, we got the combo, that's nice, but it's going to be hard for us to extend this combo. We're just going to... Ooh, oh, nice. That's the door we want to go through.
But yes, soon we will be switching to the Prima Blazer, which, as its name sort of implies, is the offensively oriented suit. So it can't have its defense upgraded at all, and its energy upgrade capacity is only mediocre, but it can get 2 palm shot upgrades, which is the best of all of the level 1 suits. But that's not why we get it, although it is a nice nice benefit. We get it for its energy drive. So every suit, energy drives are essentially the special moves. They use the orange bar, and they have a few unique mechanics to them. So when you're using an energy drive, you're completely invulnerable. Enemy attacks will just sail right through you. They'll have no effect at all. So that alone is quite useful. But some energy drives also just are extremely powerful in terms of how much damage they can put out. We're going to take this platform.
Oh, nice
very
platforming.
carefully.
That is very easy
Ooh,
to
those
get.
mines are evil, but
It's very easy to get that wrong with Vanessa's tank controls. Like when you were standing up on the edge there, I was like, I've remembered what I was going to say earlier because I saw a comment in the chat. Run is a strong word for what's happening, what with all the flying through the air. That is actually something we're doing a little differently.
that
from
is
last
something
year.
new, something that, yeah. So
A lot of people claim that, you know, jumping is faster, and I think Nico at the time last year was like, no, I've timed it.
I've totally timed it. I've done
Yeah.
tests,
Yeah. I mean,
but they weren't rigorous enough, clearly, because
Yeah.
looking a little deeper, it's clear that at least in long straight sections, jumping is absolutely faster than running.
so yes,
nice.
that is something that we have seen a lot more of in the run. We're going to say...
Oh, we got 5 enemies here. That's
Nice,
points.
that's good
Yes,
point.
that's all the points, and they've been nice and well behaved and all lined up.
So normally in that room you would only get 2,
3 minimum.
3. We got scanned by one of the enemies. That was the purple thing that came up around Vanessa, and that caused more enemies to spawn. Normally it's not too relevant for our routing, but it's just 3 points when they turn up. Like their normal spawn positions are such that you don't have to change your movement at all to still clear the room.
Yes. So the Oh yes, I forgot we had this room. Good. No lasers. No lasers. We are about to see, yeah, so the energy drive we have on the first suit, we had one called the Swan, which is essentially 4 homing missiles. It can multi-track, it can hit several different targets if they're available, but if they're not, they'll just concentrate on the one. Energy drive on this suit is called the Harrier. And it actually doesn't really going to get its proper chance to shine in this mission until we get to the boss. It'll still put in work, but it's not going to do anything that we couldn't have done with the Swan.
So we can see it's a relatively slow activation there.
Yeah.
And we're going to just
Just
wait
be
a
very
little bit.
cautious, wait for them to stop moving.
Oh no, but that one
Too
started
cautious.
moving.
Oh, it was doing mines. And is that more mines? I think it was going to be a second set of mines.
Interesting. Can we get the combo
Yep,
here?
yep. We
Okay,
totally
we're just
can.
going to concentrate a little bit. Okay, we did
Yes,
get
we
it.
got the combo. It's
Yeah.
not ideal. But, oh no, we did get both turrets.
Okay, nice. And then that last guy is
I'm
going to
just gonna
keep
shoot it.
moving. And come on,
Yeah, we
friend.
got you.
Can we get the combo?
Yeah, fire cycle
lovely.
lasts too long.
Yep, very good.
Well,
That was
that's
very close.
Very healthy points there. So yeah.
Yeah, with the 2 cannons included, so your combo bonus is based on the like the base points of defeating things, so you get a multiplier on top of that. So we've killed 2 cannons and some other stuff, and that 8 enemy multiplier is going to get us a lot of points, and it would
Yeah, we
it-
saw
I
those
mean, and
25,000 points
yeah,
just for the
it would have been a
bonus.
lot less if we dropped the combo partway through. So
Yeah.
Seeing some comments in chat, this game almost seems like a prototype of like what developers made to figure out the GameCube. So you think you could walk through walls? I mean, it was pretty much them working out the GameCube, right? They promised the Capcom
yeah.
5, and then they were like, oh wait,
Yeah.
we can't deliver the
Resident
first
Evil
one.
4 was in development hell. Beautiful Joe wasn't quite ready. Dead Phoenix was probably on its way to being cancelled at that point, and Killer 7 was busy just being,
Koichi Suda was too busy being a very cool dude.
it's
So they
true.
pushed this out in like 7 to 9 months, something like that. Like it had an insanely short development cycle.
Yeah, just outrageous.
As to whether you can get through the walls, I mean, that's not something that we've put a lot of investigation into at this point. I mean, I've walked up against
Yeah.
walls and
I mean,
tried, but-
a lot of the time that's not going to help you because the rooms aren't actually like all laid together in a level. Essentially, the doors don't actually function as
yeah.
doors; they're just teleporters.
Yeah. And you did mention that this engine did go on to be reused.
I'm pretty confident that they used the same game engine for Resident Evil 4. The turning controls at least feel very similar.
Well, don't take our word for it, but maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe some of the bones of it made it into that.
I mean, Capcom imported parts of their code bases in things years and years past the point. Like, there's parts of the assembly code for Street Fighter 2 in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Gosh.
So, mission 4 is quite a short one. Oh, and we didn't really point out at the end of the last mission.
Oh yeah, we ran into
just...
the boss again and we just killed it in one hit.
Yeah, that's why we
That's why you
laser.
use the Prima Blazer, because the Harrier energy drive, its projectiles, we saw their downside in the previous room with all the cylinders, in that they don't track. So that if enemies move after you fire them, you will just miss. But their upshot, it's a shame. Their upshot is that...
What's up with you?
Yeah, is that they pierce enemies, and they can ricochet and bounce off level geometry and will continue to damage things until they time out. So it's possible in cases like that first boss to get multiple hits on the same target and just do crazy amounts of damage in a very, very small time.
And we're in the early part of the game, so they don't have tons of health either.
I mean, it helps we're playing on easy as well.
Oh yes, that's very worth pointing out. So we're playing on easy. Most things melt in ways that they would not in the normal and hard modes, and they do less damage.
Vanessa has more health, less damage.
Yeah.
It's much of a muchness.
Yeah. We're not. There's no rooms that we have to clear in mission 4. We did take out one of the large robot friends, the Gardini, because it blocks the way. There are a few of those that we can push past, but that is not one of them. We pushed past one at the start of the room.
Yeah, just before.
But yeah, the second one, it's not possible, or at least we haven't found the way to get past it. So we do take it out. And this is just a lot of jumping.
Yep, a lot
and
of
there's
jumping.
a little bit of cool geometry here. You go down, like, you know, it...
There is no fall damage in this game, fortunately.
Yeah, I mean, after, like, seeing a lot of, we're going to spend a lot of time just in those indoor rooms. And, like, another artifact of, I guess, that short development time, like, a lot of the rooms...
The environments are very limited and heavily reused.
But, yeah, we're going to make our way through. And after this will be a break room, I think.
It's like a corridor leading to the final area.
And then we will have a little bit of a, open arena battle, which is a bit different from some of the boss fights, where it's just a lot of regular enemies, but a lot of them.
Level 4 is a bit of a breather in several ways. It's also the earliest point of the game where you can buy the second tier suits, which we're not going to do yet, but it's very much the point where the player is being trusted with, okay, you know how to play, we're going to give you a few more options and you can figure out how to use them. Ooh, that camera's not ideal. Okay, but as long as we get at least one kill, we can extend our combo, and then we can just use a fresh energy drive.
Okay, are they going to stop scooting? Okay, good.
7. Okay, we got one there, and we're just going to wait for the last one to spawn in.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, we got them both targeted.
Are they going to stop scooting? Come on,
combos.
friends.
Okay.
Okay,
good.
we're good.
Yeah,
okay,
good.
and then the mission ends as soon as you actually get that. Even if there are missiles flying around, you're good.
We couldn't have done it all.
We're glad that Vanessa does not have a jump sound effect. Yes, it's very. Okay, we are going to spend some money because we're hoping that we can... You've done very well so far. Hopefully our point routing is okay.
Mission 1 was a bit shaky, but everything else has been solid.
Mission 5 is another spot where we are hoping to show off something a little bit different from last year's run.
So last year, in fact, I swapped back to the Prima Fusion for this one because the Swan Energy Drive is actually very, very helpful for the bulk of this mission. And it's very useful for the final room as well, if you want to clear it the way that it was intended to be cleared, let's put it that way.
So, yeah, the last room of this mission is a big battle fight where you do need to take out all of the... Well, you're intended to take out all of the enemies before a shield will drop from a reactor core, I guess, that you need to hit. We're going to try and do that without taking out all the enemies.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, this is also actually, no, not the first level, the second level with these enemies. The Weisberg, I found they were called.
Yeah, we just call them hands because they kind of look like they're going to grab you.
Flying spider hands.
Yeah, like they've got like these 3 fingers. They look like they're going to grab you. They never do.
But sometimes they do that and they shoot you, and it's very irritating.
Yep, nice.
Nice. So this room's got a locked door at the end of it, so we do have to take out every enemy here. We'll just wait a second, get that one in range.
Are they going to move?
And
yeah, the hand's
that's
quite
bad
annoying
luck.
for the Harrier.
Oh!
That's good luck. Nice.
I just put my faith in the bounce.
Yeah, nice.
And we want to get a full combo here, so we're just gonna. Oh yes.
Yes, just hope.
Just
Yep,
hope.
Very good.
Very
nice.
Yes, because that gives us 5,000 points, whereas if we'd only gotten 4 of them, it would have been 2,200. So.
The claw, the gotcha baddie. It does pull out like this attack that kind of
Claw.
looks a bit clawy.
Well, it's yes.
Yeah.
We'll see a couple more of their attacks as we go through. They unfortunately do turn up in a lot more of the remaining
Yeah,
missions.
in the speed run, we're hoping to kill things before they get many attacks off. So like, I've never played this game casually, so I just started speed running it, and that meant when things started going wrong, I started seeing attacks of like, oh, I have no idea how to deal with this. I have never seen this before because of that's a bit mean. I will note, so chat mentions shopping montage. This game's leaderboard is timed on in-game time.
Yes.
So the time that we spend in the shop or in the loading screens or like, the in-between game screens do not count towards that.
But we want to try and get that sort of stuff done efficiently anyway.
Yeah, we've got an estimate to keep to here. Pitchy in the background. Estimates, what are those? That's fine. That's why they're called estimates, not scared, that's fine. We're good.
We'll see what Softy has to say about that.
Well, I think Softy tried to ping me on 3 different ways and I didn't see any of them, so
Yeah, he reached me in the end.
that's my bad.
Well, I guess technically, yeah. I can't remember whose laptop I was using at the time.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
Softy just banging on the window, holding up a sign saying, wrap it up, wrap it up.
Bring in the vaudevillian hook. That's it. So this room, yeah, we fired off that energy drive as soon as we came in. It took out a couple of missiles. I don't know what the people in this game are thinking, but there's many rooms where there's just missiles just in a room, and it's like, okay, sure. There are some that are much smaller than this as well.
Oh yes, the infamous missile corridor is going to be fun.
Okay, gonna move. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're heading into the last room of this mission, and the little cutscene is going to show the configuration of it. We're going to skip it, but we got to get to the top of the room and then take out the reactor. And the idea is that you are meant to take out the enemies on the way. Let's not get hit by the missiles here, maybe.
A little way, yeah.
Nice.
Wait a
nice,
little
nice.
longer so that they're committed.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And we're just going to run past all the enemies. And if we fail the trick here, it is potentially a big time loss. We'll see how we go.
Oh, no, that one's not.
That one's not going to get it, but I mean we can, but try. Okay, we'll try again.
I think we're also possibly out of position there, but it's better than before.
No good.
Oh, yeah, we
Try
got-
tilting a bit.
Oh, yeah, we
you
got it. There we go.
Okay, so what happened there was we were using the Harrier energy drive, and it has those ricocheting, piercing shots. So we're just going to fire off the energy drive in a spot where we're hoping that the ricochets are going to eventually hit the reactor. So even though it had a shield around it that was meant to drop only when all of the enemies were taken down, we're going like, well, we've got piercing shots that's going to go through the shield, and we complete that mission in excellent time. Had we failed that, it probably would have been faster to take a miss on that stage and actually just try again. Like 3 attempts is like 2 attempts is probably
2 attempts is basically break even on doing it legit, but also much easier. Oi. Well, we were getting hit by
and shout outs to like the segmented run, which is a 10-year-old run which shows off that trick.
It's absolutely wild.
Yeah. Which, yeah, I think the segmented run has a total sum of 36 minutes, and that is set by, can you remember?
Phase 1 Elite, I believe.
Phase 1 Elite, that's right, yep. And they actually have done a write-up of their run, which explains some of their reasoning and things, and so we're incorporating some of those things into this run tonight. Cool.
All right. So that was just a little information from our client saying that the room up ahead, there's one of the doors is locked. We can't go into it. Don't you worry your pretty little head about that. Go in the other door. And we just go along with it because what are we going to do?
She's very demanding, this client of ours.
Very.
That said, like, Vanessa does give her a bit of it back.
So these missile launches are a little fun sometimes. So you see sometimes we've got some slightly extra dimensional missile collisions.
Yep. Okay, when you get to the door...
Yeah, there's just actually, as soon as you get to the door, you're safe because there's a massive invisible box
There's a
around it
hitbox,
up high that just automatically detonates the missiles if they get too close to it.
Alright, so this is a room. We can't see the door yet, and one of the persistent issues I have with this game is, are they walls? Are they doors? Like, can I go in them? Or, like, I didn't think I could go through that, but that's just, like, I don't know, when I'm spectating it's obvious, but when I'm playing it's like, where am I meant to go?
Just take the Doom guy approach and go.
We kill on that guy already.
Yeah, so we didn't actually need to use an energy drive there.
So yeah, you can see there are actually other doors in this room, but we wanted to go through the one that was locked, so we cleared it out.
Yeah, so actually what happened there was there's normally an enemy on the left of that end room, but I'd taken it out early with a ricochet from that earlier energy drive, and I didn't realise it. So it's usually...
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
I failed! Oh. Dang, my strat does not... Yeah, anyway. We had a question in chat of what are those orange and green spears near the doors. They are just recovery for health and energy drive. So the orange and green bars that we have in the top left of our screen, that's what they correspond to.
Yeah, they're those jellies you used to get from greengrocers.
No, I thought last year we called them juice.
Yeah, I think we were calling them Mountain Dew last year.
Oh, no, last year it was the Cotties juice.
Oh, yeah. The
lime
Cotties
and
cooler flavor.
Yeah.
Did they ever have an orange?
Yeah, it's
I
usually
guess
some
they
sort of
would.
tropical.
Yep. If a door does not open, then it's actually a wall in disguise, correct. Just walk up to it. Here we go. So we've got a train, and we're going to try as well to get a quick kill on this train. Shout outs again to Phase on Elite for this strat. Let's see.
Not quick, but...
we got a lot of damage, though.
A lot of damage. And we're just going to dodge that one, and...
Yep, okay.
I think that
and you're
timing will
going to
be
do another
okay.
one? Okay,
Yeah, there's another energy drive. There we
Nice,
go.
very good.
It's
So
possible
what-
to do it in
yeah.
one.
What we were doing there was we were trying to get in a position such that all of the shots from the Harrier energy drive would make contact with that train at the same time and just take it out. But that's still pretty good. Are we going to suplex the train? Unfortunately not.
No. Sabin's busy on another call. Square Enix didn't want to pay his licensing fees.
You know, he's busy making the move to Steam again.
Fruit cup is pretty orange, yeah.
Ah, yes, Fruit Cup.
I will point out as well the little energy and health pickups. They can appear a little bit different. Like the ones with a little circle around them are like a full charge, or like they
Yeah, 100%.
yeah. They'll take you to the they'll max out your bar. Whereas the smaller ones will just give you a little bit. So we're going to try and extend our combo, or like get a good combo here by first hitting that thing enough that its shield drone comes up. And then once the shield drone comes up, we get that before we move on to the bigger robot. Because the actual interesting thing for the combo game here is that each type of enemy... here we go.
Costing us a bit of time there.
Yeah, each type of enemy adds they reset your combo timer. So the little shield drones are worth only a handful of seconds, and the bigger guys worth like 7 seconds. So when we need to traverse the room, we don't want to traverse it when we only have the shield drones allotted time to do it. We want to have that full 7 seconds to move across.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of chaining hits in Ketsui.
Yeah, so what Nico was doing there was he was quite carefully, he was giving a couple of hits, triggering the shield drone to spawn, and then once it had spawned, he then took out the shield drone before then returning to the big one. Because, again, as we pointed out, the hits are not hits, the shots are not hit scan. It is possible to actually take out the big one while the shield drone is spawning, and then you have problems for your combo because you need to traverse the room in the 2 seconds, and that's not going to happen.
You notice that I did do that for the very last one because I didn't care about the combo there. I'd already dropped the main one, so it was better just to get a quick kill on the one that could shoot me, and then I can take down the unarmed one at my leisure.
Yeah, so there's a lot of room reuse in this game. So this room where we did the platforming before, the client buzzes in, and I don't know, the client seems to have a suspicious amount of, this is not explained. I'm not saying suspicious because I'm foreshadowing anything. It's just they seem to have various control of things. Like they can put in these pink orbs, which we interacted with before. They are the shop and they also are like, oh yeah, I managed to open a door that you weren't able to get into before. So, yes, the plot so far as this game goes, there's a lot left a bit mysterious. So, yeah. And the P.N.03 title, it loosely ties into what we're gonna...
Kind of.
Yeah. Vanessa's shots, she's got a few different animations. We're not going to buy full auto for any of the suits in these, but she also has a few other animations for those where she'll stand in spot and shoot interestingly.
Ha ha
That's
ha,
fine.
palm shot per pew.
Yeah, pew pew pew. Yeah, so yes, that's another thing. For each shot at the moment, because we have not bought the auto upgrades, it is a button hit for each. Oh, dang. We took damage, and we dropped the combo.
Yeah,
both
no, that
things.
was... It's very rare for it to take so little damage from the Harrier.
Yeah, that's
Normally
very
that one's
unfortunate.
left crippled, and you just need a couple of palm shots to finish it off, so...
And this guy took... No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's normally what you get, and that's,
Yeah.
that's you know...
So, yes, a bit unfortunate on that one. I think you'll probably still be fine.
I mean, it's
Like,
gonna
you
hurt
bought all
our
the
points a
upgrades you
bit.
actually care about.
Yeah, or well, it's whether or not we can get the
Yeah, we want to
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
Intera suit.
Intera Guardian. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah.
So it's another reactor room now.
Yeah, we've got the comments of it's impractically stylistic, but it's a game. A lot of, yes, nice. This is another reactor skip. That reactor also had a shield around it, but I mean, that is the easiest one to get because all you need to do is just fire off the Harrier from the starting position.
That's the one you learn about that by accident.
Yes.
Just playing the game.
Yeah, in regards to Vanessa's movements, like they're meant to be like dancing. So I guess like that comparison that was made to Bayonetta earlier is like that's sort of the same inspiration there of like dancing around and you know, like being on a beat. And you'll notice that sometimes, you know, Vanessa is tapping her foot to a beat. You know, that is the background music. She's like dancing her way through this game. We've got a brief outdoor incursion here before we head into, is this the start of level 8?
This is level 8.
Yep. Or mission 8,
Yes.
yeah. Which is another relatively short one, if I remember correctly.
It's the shortest mission in the game.
Yeah, so we're just gonna, you know, walk our way across, or fly our way, spin our way across. I would get dizzy doing this. If I was strong enough to jump off the ground like that, which I'm not. And do we take any combats in this one?
Not if we can help it.
Yep, so we're going to try and avoid all these guys. Oh, and we also want to avoid getting scanned. That's the thing. So
And
those
that 'cause, yeah.
mushroom things.
Oh.
Yeah.
That did not happen on my practice run, so I'm happy.
Yep. Cool.
So, this room here, this is a break room. If you got scanned in the previous room, instead it's filled with turrets and gun
it's
robots.
a lot of things. It's like 8 enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of time loss that you have here if you get scanned is huge. That said, it did make your points routing a bit easier.
Well, you know, you can think of that as a consolation prize.
So we're going to run into another boss. This is Loadout. And actually, one thing we didn't point out was the naming theming for some of the enemies in the game. They've sort of got a...
Yeah, they're all in German and all named for plants.
Yeah.
So that one's a dandelion. Not quite sure
Right,
why,
this,
but you know.
this fight's going very well.
Yeah, that's
very
pretty
nice. Sometimes the first stage of this can be a little bit problematic, but we managed to get good damage against it. And now into mission 9. This is where we might encounter some plot. Oh, and we're kind of
Points
high
are-
on points.
Type manageable. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
If
We need 300,000 by the start of the next mission if we're going to get our slightly changed routing. So we'll see. We'll just deal it as it comes. There's a decent amount of combat in this room, in this mission rather. This room is sometimes horrible because for whatever reason, the shots that those little robots fire, if they hit you from behind, you still get knocked backwards as if they'd hit you from the front. So you can just get sort of vacuumed back into the room just as you're trying to leave it. It's horrible.
little robots, and you can hear them go tick, 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 tick. Oh, yeah, that was almost an example of what you were talking about.
Ooh.
The robots, they do have a self-destruct when you get close to them. Wow. Hey, at least you
Okay.
went forward. That's something.
Well, better now than later.
Okay, yeah, we've taken a lot of damage. These rooms, in terms of taking damage, they don't affect our no damage clear objectives, but it's not nice. You can see how much damage that missile actually inflicted. Not pleasant. Could we use it for damage boosting? Well, as we were talking about, no, if you get pinged backwards, it's bad.
Essentially what will happen is it'll play a little pre-scripted animation with Vanessa falling over. There's not really much physics involved. You get moved around a little bit, but it doesn't add to your momentum or anything like that.
Okay, we're gonna make sure that we manipulate the spawn. So the enemies in these rooms, they will trigger on your position in the room sometimes, and we're just gonna pick up these.
We are going to take a... Oh, it's nice.
Oh, nice. You got
We didn't
full
need to
heal. You
detour
didn't
for the
need to.
health.
Yeah, nice. So your energy drive actually cracked that open, and
Yeah.
we just get to pick that up for free. Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, right, whoops, this room.
Yeah, right, yeah, we're gonna go deep into the maze, sort of. And we're gonna encounter a little bit of plot here. I might just do a quick shout out of, we are Oz Speedruns. We're doing speedrun events to raise money for charity, and this time we are raising money for Beyond Blue. Beyond Blue works to raise the awareness around mental health issues and reduce the stigma around those issues and help people to achieve their best possible mental health. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com, and I will get that link in the chat. And if you do choose to donate, keep an eye on our incentives spreadsheet, and if I can spell incentives correctly, yep. Where you can allocate your donation towards one of the bonus things to add to our marathon. This room that Nico's in right now is a little bit gnarly. Nice. Okay, let's see. How are you going to take? Okay, yeah. We're going to go for the full combo here because we actually want those points. Missiles. Okay, we're good. Good, nice full combo. Again, ignoring the missile drone, little drone until the end of the combo so that we can...
Yes, we're here. Missile launches in the windowsill.
Yes,
yeah,
I was foreshadowing that room before. Who would put missiles in a small room? Well, who would put missiles in an even smaller room? We'll see them again very soon. They're actually quite non-threatening in that direction, but they can. We've got the train again. This time, we want to be in the middle of the stage when we finish this fight, so we are just going to try and mash for it. And we've got an excellent energy drive execution there, just to keep us invulnerable. And if we're lucky, it gets some hits, but I don't think it did this time. And now we just got to track this train across the rest of the room. Hopefully we can finish it off before it fires off its next round. And that was excellent. Because we finished the fight in the middle of the room, we can go straight into this little elevator, and then it's stage 2 of the fight.
And Ducky there is Daffodil, right?
Orchid.
Orchid, alright.
Okay, we took a hit there, but we're going to try... I think we're seeing the first instance of the GameCube D-pad really messing us up. And it's actually quite deep into a run to see this first
Yeah,
instance
normally
of
that
it.
happens in the first mission.
Wow, there were 3 bounces on that. We could have palm shotted that, but
Yeah,
that's fine. That's still, Again, the Harrier shot with its ricochets really inflicting a lot of damage, and we like that. We'll never find the missiles in the closet. Well, the missiles that are... Oh, okay, so that was the one bit of plot that we were going to get. We just found someone in a tank.
Someone who looks just like us.
Yeah, they look exactly like you. And, we're not going to engage with that at all because the client tells us, oh, they've activated a self-destruct. So, just get yourself out of there. And, so even though you saw someone who looked exactly like you, well, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Just get out. So... it's a little bit mysterious, but we're going to get no closure on it. So this is an escape sequence, and it is on a in-game timer. You do need to get out in the amount of time given, and you are going to go back through all of the rooms that you previously came through. So yes, that means our room.
Many of them.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. We're going to go out through some of the rooms that we came through. The exit is a little closer than the original exit. All of the enemies that we did kill on our way in have respawned. For some of them, that's not relevant because we didn't kill any enemies anyway. And we've got to take out this guy just because they're blocking the way.
Yeah, the door isn't locked, but it's just not possible to slip past that one.
Yep. Secret lab, yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. This room, we do need to clear all the enemies because the door that we want to escape from is locked. I don't know why the client spawned our escape behind it. Couldn't they have picked a different door to do it in? Oh, friend, why have you done that? I think our points routing is okay, though.
Ooh, well, we'll see, we'll see.
I don't know, actually, yeah, it's going to be dicey.
Sorry.
Okay, so normally we would be trying to bait... Managing the spawns of these enemies is a little bit tricky. We want to trigger their spawns in the correct spots and then bait them into where we want to fight them. They are being especially uncooperative this time. They're not normally this bad, which is going to mean that we're not going to get any of the combos that we want to get. It's just unfortunate.
Also, just burning a bunch of time. You're just staying on the ceiling there.
Yeah, what are you doing, friend? And we would like to not take damage, but that's fine. We'll see how we go. Alright, come on, friend. Oh, the camera. So, Nico has some tools for manipulating the camera. Usually you have a 90 degree or a an 80-degree turn, but oh, that was a really
That was
rough room.
I think the worst I've ever done in that room.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
But you
we're
have
good.
got the points you need, so do not forget to buy the suit. We are going to get the correct suit, and we're going to swap into it, and we're not going to power it up. We don't have the money for that, but we're going to take a fresh, new, unpowered up suit into the next mission. And this is a little bit different if you watched the run last year. We did take the Blazer for the rest of the run. This time we're taking this because its super is, or like its energy drives, it gets access to the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
The Thunderbird, when activated, it sort of shoots off this energy ball, and the energy ball then like moves like chain lightning between enemies. So it'll take something out, then move on to the next one, then move on to the next one, as long as there's proximity there. And I think it goes for a maximum of 6, or like, okay, we don't know. I see a shrug. It could. And it's great for, so we're seeing this room here. This one doesn't have a locked door, but there's basically an exact same layout of this same room coming up later with a locked door, and we really like the Thunderbird for taking out that room because the chain lightning can deal with enemies being behind geometry, and also, you know, if we're just not facing in the right direction, as long as the chain lightning has managed to get a single target, it's going to keep moving. That is a difficulty that we sometimes have with the Swan and the Harrier, where if you don't have all of your targets targeted when you fire it off, then you're not going to get the full benefit out of your energy drive. This one, we just target one. This is a locked room that is nasty, but let's see. We've got an unupgraded palm shot here, unlike some runs, because we got the good suit, so a little bit of downside there. And we're going to
praying for this one.
Let's see how the Thunderbird goes. So it's not close enough there to...
No, it did get it.
Oh, it did get 2. Yep. Oh, okay. We're low on health. I think there is some health in this room, but we're going to probably be playing
I'm going to take
carefully.
a bit of a time loss just to be invulnerable while I've got missiles behind me.
Yeah. We also no longer care about combos at this point because we got the thing that we were aiming for. The point blank missiles there are fun because they can't hit you. They're too close. And we're going to go, yep, this one. And you'll see here now, it's the best demonstration of that ball of lightning moving between the enemies. So I'm just going to take one more.
Alright, well, that could have been worse.
Yep, and there's one more enemy at the end of the room. It's going to fire off some missiles. Oh, yep. Okay, we should be alright. Yeah, we're going to play it real safe by using our invulnerability to take it out.
And this is going to be a little expensive in the coming room, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a little bit slow, but that's fine. We made it through.
We've got no energy now.
Yep. Yes, and we also used up all the energy drives that we wanted to have a little bit to start that next room. But that's fine, because like we saw in the first version of the room, there are some pickups that spawn there. We really don't want to get hit by that. That's probably, like, if we got hit by that, it would take us... It could
get a kill?
Yeah, it's about as much health as Vanessa has left. So we are now in that version of the room that I was talking about. Okay, we pick up a little bit here.
I'm just going to be a little safer still.
Yep, we're going to get the health, and now we're going to activate the energy drive. And we're going to see how many of us we're going to get. 4. Nice. Oh, okay. And we're going to just get away from those lasers. And again, 7. And there's one more guy here. We didn't take him out, but that's okay. That's it.
That's all right.
That's
Given
not
that we
bad.
went in with 0 energy, that actually worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, 30 seconds. That's all right. And that's the main room that we wanted this suit for. So it's done most of its work. Are you going to swap back at the end of this level? Yep. There is potentially another reactor skip if we swap to the Blazer at the end of this level.
Okay, I've been called out, hey?
Hmm?
I was intending to swap back to the Fusion.
Oh, you wanted to go to the Fusion. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. You've called me out. I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Like the suits, obviously the Harrier that we get with the Blazer, it is a slower animation versus the Fusion. It's a very fast one for the Swan. And we're just gonna go through these levels. Nothing too threatening here. Like here's the pod where we can go back and.
All right.
All right, we're going back to the Blazer because I mentioned it. We're going to try and get another reactor skip with this shield.
We do not endorse peer pressure here at ASM.
This is very much like the fight is like the level 2 one, where it's just a shield that drops. So like we don't have to kill everyone to get this, like for it to be vulnerable. So the amount of time that it would save getting the skip is actually minimal. And you know, if we miss, then we have to go through the blazes animation a second time. So Nika's gonna try for it. We'll see how we go. But at least the consequences for failing this are not as bad as failing level 5. That is beautiful.
Thank you. Lasers are friends.
The lasers are occasionally like just depth perception. You get a little bit confused. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so here we are. It's just going to be that big red shield and coming up to it. We're going to try and line up.
Oh, no,
that's not it.
I didn't turn enough.
That is not it.
We might still get lucky in some ricochets.
Oh!
It
did hit it.
It did.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
But it had gotten weak enough that it didn't get a kill. Oh, well.
Yep.
But yeah, that's like...
Yeah,
That's
we lost time,
idea.
you know, instead of...
Yeah.
The swan would have allowed us to immediately, you know, get it because 2, it would have hit it with 2. Okay, so we're going to try the Guardian. This is not your normal routing.
No.
So we're just going to, you know, just change it
I could
live.
have bought more energy. Oh, well.
We're just gonna relax, have some fun, have some play.
This is now the final mission of the game. So if you do have any more donations to see out the end of the, you know, block of us, we'd love to see them come in, you know, support a short hike. I'm keen to do that run tomorrow. See, now I'm shameless. Fitu's talked me into it.
I did something right this event.
Yeah, no, we've really enjoyed being here, and yeah, we'll see how the rest of this run goes.
How are we going for time?
You are at 46 minutes real time.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, we've made it into the final stage. We should be on estimate.
Mission 11 is relatively stable.
Or like, you know, you should be ahead of estimate, but you know, I'll give you a little bit of leeway.
Oops. Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
this
that's
room
damaged
is
them before.
interesting. We have seen so I mean, like, we were experimenting live, but we have
Yeah.
seen that lightning, you know, get things more effectively than that before, right?
Yeah, still
Yeah.
faster than using the Harrier.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, you want to get hits on everything, and then... Now, we are going to swap back here?
We are indeed.
Yeah, okay, good. A little more regular, more standard from this point forward. So we're going to get the blazer. Okay, we're in the right suit. Good. Nice.
Back in that classic lemon yellow.
Yes, we've welcomed everyone to our living room, and you can judge our board game collection. Thank you. Thank you for making me very self-conscious about it. We actually rearranged the whole room just to do this because each of us are running a game on a different platform, so we had to set all of those up. So this is a little bit different in terms of the judgment. Nice up there.
So next event we will be streaming a speedrun of Forbidden Island.
Yeah, we could do a co-op. I was like trying to think, how do you speedrun a board game? Maybe like a co-op one would be a suitable sort of thing for that. Yeah.
Oh, any with the variable end state, so Roll for the Galaxy speedrun.
Yeah, can you... What's a game where you can rig it so all the
We
players
just conspire so it's the one player always
Yeah,
gets the
yeah.
phases they want.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm
that's
going to
good.
commit to whatever phase.
49
Anyway,
seconds for
yeah.
that room.
The pro wrestling of video game speedrunning.
Yeah. Well, board game speedrunning, I
Yes.
don't even know. Like, do you count it in turns or do you count it in time?
Why not both?
Yeah, why not both? You're right.
You know, one's in-game and one's RTA.
Yeah. Alrighty. Good work.
I mean, trying to meet some of the total time to play the game that's written on game boards, on the boxes, you know, like, that feels like the speedrun part.
That is true, especially when you're playing the game for the first time and the box says, like, X time per player, and then you're
40
like,
minutes for
nice
terraforming
shot.
Mars.
Yeah, like, no, you're not getting a game of, like, like, we have to read the rules, it's going to take us that long. Yeah. Oh, we got scanned. That's actually okay, because we've seen a single scan doesn't always result in more enemies here. So we'll see. Yeah, we've got one of the hand friends, and we've got the cannons, they're always here. So yeah, it doesn't look like we've got any extras. And we are able to take that hand out, that's nice. And yes! Oh no, it wasn't a bounce, I misheard. I heard the laser as a... And we're just going to finish this guy off normally.
We got very lucky there.
Yeah, that sweeping animation. Yep. Yeah. I don't actually think it says it 40 minutes on the side of the box. I think it is a longer estimate. But I think it's 120 minutes.
It's still wrong regardless.
It's wrong? Not picking up the energy?
Nah,
Okay.
we don't need it.
Okay. We're getting to the pointy end. We're getting there.
Very much at the pointy end. So this is the last room of the game with conventional enemies.
Alright, so we're going to take these guys out. We're going to be trying to be a bit fancy here, like triggering the spawn so that we can get like all the targets that we want. Oh, well,
Yeah,
look, you didn't get hit by the missiles. And yeah, look, the bouncers might get one of those. I've seen that happen before.
I'm just using another.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, and there's still the one to your right.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to back off and
the
get
field
that
of
one into
view is
perspective.
like, I know you're there, but I can't actually see you in the game, so I'm not going to get the shot. There's the cannons here. We're going to do... I did mention that some of the enemies, the little guys, like the scooty guys, as I call them, they do have a self-destruct if you're close enough to them. So, let's see. They are going to self-destruct so we don't have to deal with them. And because we're invulnerable, we didn't take the damage. And finally, we're heading into the very end of the game.
Yes, so we've just got a boss fight and then another more different boss fight.
Yeah, so we've got a rematch with Loadout. And then after that, we head towards the final boss of the game. Okay, so here we go. We got a target. We want to target the center of this, and then we're going to set the laser. Ideally, we get this shot while it's still drifting a little bit, so that like more of the shots make contact with the center because you've got multiple
Okay, we
targets.
got one more in hand.
But that is good. We want to clear that one in two. Otherwise, when you defeat the cannons, it starts doing a spinny attack.
That's bad times.
Yeah, we don't want the spinny attack. It just wastes a lot of time and it's lethal. So that's an excellent fight. Again, the Harrier power there, we managed to hit all 3 shots very cleanly. But if they hadn't made contact, then the Harrier almost always, the shots for the sides will end up bouncing back through the enemy. So very strong weapon again. And we're heading into the final fight here.
And just so we're...
Yeah, so time is when we fade out. Because this game is run on in-game time, there are 2 minutes of credits. If we have gained back time, we would like to show the in-game time, but if we do need to cut out,
perfectly
let
fine
us know.
if we're still in speed debt.
Yeah, so let us know if we are allowed to show those credits. Otherwise, we will say thank you, ASM, and it's been really great.
Okay, fine. Couldn't make my mind up there.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh, the final challenge here is just platforming.
If you fall into the pit, you die, and you have to fight the boss again.
Yep, there we go.
Congrats on defeating the final boss, Gravity.
Okay, and yeah, so...
And
the
just
time
the
is when we
next room.
fade to cutscene in this room. It'll be just after we reach the exit of the corridor.
And
Time.
Well done, 53:18.
Okay. That's
Gravity
not bad.
is indeed the final boss.
Whew.
Cool. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
Just going to let a little of this play out. Is there any other shout outs that we want to make? Pitchy? Yep. We're all good?
No, I'm still sulking.
Yeah, I was just looking at you tapping the phone there.
Shout outs to everyone on the ASM planning team for pulling through when a lot of our plans wound up falling through in the last in the last month or so.
Yeah, just from our perspective as like not even organizing this event, it's like being planned in essentially 3 different forms. Like, you know, we had
and yet the transitions have been so smooth and seamless.
yeah, and
back
the
on the
information
back
given to us, and you know, getting everyone still involved and allowing us to be here.
Yeah. So everyone who's put their hand up to work on it, to plan, to organise, to volunteer their time and expertise, thank you very much. It's just so great to once again get the opportunity to be part of such a cool thing.
And of course, in true video game fashion, thank you for continuing to watch, to support, to donate. I mean, we're well past 10,000 now, aren't we?
I believe so, yes. We're at 10,822.
Oh, well.
So thank you everyone so much.
Thank you so much. Keep those rolling
yeah,
in.
Tech says we're allowed our 2 minutes because we did
Fantastic.
actually, you finished ahead of estimate. Well done.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're just going to wait here. It's actually getting a little bit close anyway. We're seeing some of the suits that we didn't buy and some of the attack animations. They all do, like, the various specials that we didn't see also do different things. Like, you get invulnerability.
There's the evidence that this is, in fact, Commander
Mr.
Shepard.
Falcon.
Yes, Jennifer Hale.
Yes.
Who does...
Who seem to have an entirely, thing for, being the science fiction protagonist in games with very little plot on the GameCube in the early 2000s. Because, she was Samus as well.
Yes. Alright, yep. And, here we go. We're going to find out very soon when this suit goes black.
Oh, I forget. Did we get any game overs there?
I don't believe we
I
did.
don't recall any.
Oh, that's good.
So,
I've been pretty bad with those lately.
yeah, well done. Alright, and here it goes. It goes black. And,
Well,
it's 40:04. Very good. Well done.
thank you very much.
Yeah. So, one final time. Thank you, ASM.
Yeah.
Pitchy, if you want to wave out
Yeah.
before they transition us out. Yep, here we go. This is what in hand to say.
There we go. There we go. Bye.
Thanks for having us.
And then